Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proudly supporting kids in our community, and 7 Questions with Emmy.
Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. My guest today is Karla LaOrange, and she is the superintendent of the Idaho Falls School District 91, and she's been it since last summer. She is the first woman to work in that position in history. I think that's pretty cool.
Thanks. I'm excited about that too.
Should we just hop into the questions?
Let's do it.
Okay, question number 1. What does the school superintendent do?
So a school superintendent, or as school superintendent, I focus on learning and how to help children learn and grow and have a great experience at school, and working with principals and teachers, and I get to work with students too, which I love. So it's helping them learn and grow and reach your dreams. That's really what a superintendent does every day.
Do you go into do you sometimes substitute or go into classes?
I don't substitute. Now I have gone into classes. I haven't been in any elementary classes yet, but I've been into middle school and high school classes. I actually meet with the students at Skyline and Idaho Falls High School about once a month. The middle school is about once a trimester, and Compass about once a trimester, because that's kind of how the schedule works out. But I go and I ask for their ideas, and I ask for their advice. I tell them what I'm working on, and they tell me what they think will work and what won't work. It's one of my favorite parts of my job.
Yeah, some of the little kids might just be like, don't have school and eat ice cream all day and stuff like that.
You know, surprisingly, the high school students talk a lot about don't have school.
Oh, yeah. Some high schoolers are like, that's so hard and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they actually give me great ideas. They've helped me make my ideas better or bring me other ideas. So it's one of my favorite parts. And then I get to work with parents too, because we want to be good partners with our parents.
That's cool.
Yeah.
When did you know that you wanted to go into education?
Okay, this is kind of embarrassing, but honestly, I was 5 years old. I had wanted to be a nurse, and then there was an accident that I saw, and I thought, no, I want to be a teacher. And after that, I have brothers. I'm the oldest, and I would make them sit and play school with me. You know how people talk about doing it?
That's what I do with my brothers.
So and you teach them stuff, and it was just so fun to teach them and see them learn and see, kind of the light bulbs come on.
Yeah, my cousin, so my grandma has this schoolroom in her house, and we play school there. And then my cousin, she used to have one in her house, and she would always teach me when I was little and do spelling tests on me and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah. When I was a principal, my kids would go to my school when I needed to work at night or on Saturday, and they would go into the library and they'd play school too, and they're both teachers now. So see, you get to use all that stuff that you learn playing with your brothers. And your parents love it because they're learning and they're quiet for a minute. So,
what was your favorite subject as a kid?
My favorite subject as a kid was reading. I loved to read. Yeah, it was one of my favorite things to do, and share good books with other people. I just loved that.
I love reading so much.
Yeah, it's an adventure, and you learn. Yeah. And it's creative. I just loved it.
The only bad things about it are when they leave you on a cliffhanger and the other book's not out yet.
I agree. Or you finish the book and you're like, oh no, I've lost a friend. It feels like they were part of your life and they're gone.
Or there's not, it's the final book series and it ends not the way you wanted it or something like that.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. We could read together.
And you're sad that there's no more of
yes.
it,
Yes, I've had that experience several times. So yes, we could hang out at the library.
Yeah. Well, what makes a good teacher? Or at least what you think makes a good teacher?
I think, first of all, a great teacher likes kids.
Yeah.
And enjoys spending time with them, and enjoys learning about their strengths and areas of need and how they can help them grow, and also loves the challenge of taking maybe someone who's a reluctant learner or something's really hard for them and figuring out how to open up that subject for them, whether it's math or science or reading or writing, how to make someone like it and get motivated for it. And then also knows their content area, so they know the most important and most current things, and then knows how to take what a student likes and the knowledge they have and bring it to life to engage kids in learning and help them grow and see their future. The best classes, I don't know about you, but the best classes are the ones where we incorporate things we're reading about into science or social studies. Or for our middle school and high school students, we're looking at what's the best cell phone plan, or how could I use writing skills as a scientist, or if I want to be a journalist, how do I bring in math, or how do I bring in writing, all of those things, because that makes it more engaging and connects it to the real world. And I think great teachers do that too.
What is the best part of your job, or at least what are multiple best parts, since there's probably a lot of good parts?
There are a lot of good parts. I'm pretty lucky. So honestly, I've already talked about one of them, but one of the best parts about my job is going to meet with students and asking them what they think and what's working for them and what we can do to be better and getting their ideas. But just like that, it's also working with principals and teachers and parents and people in the community and hearing what their dreams are for their children and how we can keep the good and continue to grow and make it better. Those are really good parts of my job. And helping teachers get good professional development so they can learn to be even better teachers and continue to grow themselves so that they can help our students. It's just working with all the people and getting to meet people and bring great things to students. That's the best part of this job.
Yeah. Do you get free school lunch, and what's your favorite thing on the lunch menu?
Oh gosh, I wish I got free school lunch, but no, I have to pay for lunch. And my favorite thing on the school menu is mini chimneys. There's a lot of good choices, but mini chimneys are a good choice, and they're so popular with everybody. But that's my favorite.
Yeah, there's a lot of good choices though.
What's yours?
I like the chicken patty sandwiches, but I love a lot of it. It's like really good. Yeah.
Those are good.
Walking tacos and so.
Walking tacos are good.
Because everyone's always like, school lunch is so bad and like stuff like that, but they're actually it's actually really good. Yeah. Well, it depends on like what kind of day it is. And
yeah. So there's some choices that aren't my favorite. But
yeah. But
other people might love them.
Yeah. Can you share a piece of advice that might help me and our viewers?
My advice to you is, number one, pursue your passion, whatever you love. I had so many friends in college that would say to me, you know, you're not going to make a lot of money. I even had a few say, you're too smart to be a teacher. But pursue your passion, pursue what you love, because then life is more of an adventure and more of a journey, and it's a lot more fun if you do that. And then the other part that I would say is seek and find people who can help you do that. Find other people who have done what you would like to do and have them help you and mentor you, because people are so kind and helpful and they'll want to share what they've learned with you. And then the other part that I would share with you is get as much education as you can, because education opens up opportunity for you. And when I say education, that can be classes. It might be a class you take at a university, or it might be a class you take in career technical to learn how to be a welder or how to do hair or things like that. It might also be going with your mom or your dad to the art museum downtown or to the museum and learning things there. We went over Christmas to the exhibit at the Museum of Idaho, and we got to touch the snakes and the lizards. I don't touch snakes. Those are like a no. But we got to touch them and learn about a whole bunch of things, and all of that can open up the world to you and open up opportunities to you as you meet people and learn more things. So you can't ever get enough education too. See, that's why we love to read, because it helps us learn.
Yeah.
So I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. So what got you started on this?
So we were actually on a river rafting trip in Island Park, and it was like a long 2-hour one. So Dad was like, he was like, let's just go live, it'll be fun, and you know. So I was like jumping around the boat, being crazy because we'd been on there for a long time. I was like, so there, it was like an inflatable boat. Now me and my brother Everett were like playing like the other, like the water, and the like bottom part of the boat is lava, and so we were like jumping around, and someone was like, Emmy should turn the tables and interview her dad. And so I interviewed my dad and my mom and my brother, and like I interviewed a local restaurant owner of Garcia's, and then
cool.
I was like, I was like interviewing a couple local people and stuff like that, and then my dad was working with Keith Morrison from Dateline on his story, and he was like, hey, maybe it'll be fun, Emmy can interview him. So we asked, and Keith said yes. The hour after that dropped, Lester Holt from Dateline was messaging. Drew Barrymore was messaging. And then it just blew up, and now I'm interviewing all sorts of cool people.
That's crazy. Okay, so who are some of your favorite people, or the people you remember most that you've interviewed?
I love all of them,
of course.
Like probably Drew Barrymore, Keith Morrison, since he really got me started.
Don't you love his voice?
Yes,
oh my gosh.
He's so deep voice. I was like, Dad, you should get some voice training for him. Because his voice is not very like that deep, but and I love Hoda Kotb. She's like so nice and
that's good.
Yeah,
to know.
I love a lot of them now. Henry Winkler, yeah, he's really nice. I've interviewed him twice, and the first time he took us out to lunch in California. I mean, it was like Leckfist or like brunch, yeah, and it was really cool. He like gave us pancakes and stuff, and it was just really awesome.
Did he talk to you about he has dyslexia? Did he talk to you about that? I have read so much about that. I really want to help kids who struggle to learn to read, and so I've studied that a lot. And he's been a great role model and put out a lot of really good things for kids to help them persist and not give up.
Like he just recently, well, not like as recently, but in October, he put out a book, like a book series. And it's like really, empowering for kids who have dyslexia. Like, oh, well, if he can do this, then I can do this.
Right, exactly. I love that. Okay, I'm going to have to get that book. And what are some things that you've learned or things that are the big takeaways for you as you've interviewed all these incredible people? How
genuinely nice people are, Like everyone's just so nice. You expect all these, I've kind of picked up on all these bad news headlines and stuff, but there's some really good people out there and just genuinely love and stuff.
That's a great takeaway. The world needs more of that. So, well, thank you.
It's good people like you that are spreading goodness like that.
Well, we're trying. I think you're the one spreading goodness and letting people know about all the good things.
Well, you're spreading it into schools and stuff like that.
We're trying. We're trying really hard.
Thank you so much, Karla LaOrange from the School District 91. Thank you guys for watching. Bye! Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye!